accept it, you don't necessarily have to agree with it. Hear me out. God has blessed you as a chosen one, as a light bearer, has blessed you with so many abilities, has blessed you with so many different tools to navigate through this life. And then you have your vision. But sometimes situations or circumstances that come into your life, and you'll be like, this is not quite what I prayed for, but it's exactly what you need. It's exactly what you need. Because although you didn't see it in your head like this, God has prepared you to have this. God has put it into your life where this is your path. And some people call it a bridge of incidents, and it is a bridge. You have these circumstances in your life. That's why I said you can accept it. You may necessarily agree with it. I don't resist anything. If a circumstance comes in my life, I'm like, it's in my life. That is what it is. But I always know what my gifts are. I always am connected. So what I'm trying to say is, sometimes you have these circumstances, and what I think like the average person does, they'll have a circumstances that seems contrary, and then they'll resist the circumstance. And they'll be upset about the circumstance, and they'll be like, woe is me, why is this happening to me? And then it'll loop them back. They end up getting more and more of this negativity into your life. But when you just accept the circumstance, and you'll be like, okay, I'm on this ride, I'm on this roller coaster, I'm just going to see where it lands me, because you are chosen. Because God has given you everything that you needed. You ever heard, like, sometimes you hear a story and someone will be like, the very successful person, and they'll be like, so I was doing this thing, and then this thing happened and my life completely changed. I didn't even think I would be here. See, they didn't see that vision directly, but you have the tools and you have the gifts, and what they did was something came into their life and they accepted it and they went with it, and it took them to something that even their vision couldn't even see. God will put something in your life that you can't even see yet. You understand what I mean? You're even limiting yourself in some way. That's why I say you accept everything in your life. Sometimes I have to process things. Sometimes I'm like, why is this happening? It's okay to question it, but I accept it. I accept it as part of my path. I accept it as I'm prepared to handle it, because I'm connected to God and I'm not separated, and I'm able to deal with every circumstance in this 3D, this thing we call the 3D. I'm connected with Source. Source and I are one. So accept your circumstance. Go for the ride. Sometimes you take 10 steps forward, take 6 steps back, to take 1,000 steps forward, because you are prepared. You have been given the gift. You have been given discernment. You have been given all kinds of gifts. Gifts to speech, the gifts of math, the gifts of whatever. So when the circumstance comes your way, I just accept it. I just accept it. And I tell you, every single time that I accepted anything that came into my life, and I knew that no matter what, even if it looked skewed, even though it looked twisted, I knew that I'll be fine, and if anything, I'll overcome it, anything, I'll learn from it. And it's always been a beauty. That's the way half my life has prospered, is that I'll have some situation come into my life and I'll be like, this is a crazy situation, but you know what, I'm going to do it. And I did it, and I was highly successful. And if I wouldn't have done that, I wouldn't have been put in another circumstance, and another circumstance, and another circumstance. So just remember that you have the power, you have the key. These circumstances they're ever changing. They're ever changing. And who controls what? Does the circumstance control you, or you control the circumstance? Just remember that. Have a great day. Bye.